So's all you, buddy.
Yeah.
Brian, have you not played Half-Life either?
I played Counter-Strike, man. Didn't play Half.
Wait. You haven't played Half-Life?
No.
I might want to skip this one.
We're not skipping Half-Life. I don't care if both of you guys have played Half-Life.
wait.
We're talking about Half-Life.
Okay, so you started.
Intro right. Oh yeah, that's right.
You got to put it up on the actual
Yeah,
stream.
dude. Yep. All right, there we go. Hey, what's up, guys? Joker here. We are back for... I don't know why I always say we're back. We're not back. We just got here. It's episode 33, though. It's good.
But it's
I
good
guess-
to say we're back. Like,
I guess we are back. Tyler's not back. This is his first time here.
Yep.
Oh wait, why did these get messed up? Oh, it's because I switched off of it. That's why. I just realized the Skype overlays are misaligned.
okay. So,
You can
anyway.
go ahead and do the intro, Brian. I'm gonna fix these here.
All right, guys. Welcome back to episode 33 of Tech Gaming Weekly, your show, the people's show for tech. And this week we have the gaming news coming up first. We're also joined by our guest host here, Tyler from Mayflower Electronics. So, Tyler, do you want to take us away with your pitch?
I hate doing that. I hate the typical marketing stuff. I'm just here to hang out with friends. I just happen to own a company, so. But anyway.
But you did just launch a website, so you could tell us your website.
So it's a brand new website. It's not. I mean, it's new looking. Everything else is the same behind it. It's just more modern looking than the old website.
Well, it is. I'm sorry to cut you off there. It is,
No, you're fine.
I was gonna say it is marginally part of Personals because I did help you work on it. So I did do some pictures on it. So
Yes, I forgot. Yep, I did forget about that. You did do some of the. So the if you go on the website mayflowerelectronics.com, there is some slideshows in the front. He did all of the pictures. Joker did. And if you go to the About Us page, there's a nice video that he did as well, and he did a great job. And yeah, that's what he did. He helped a small amount.
what the hell? Why is this not here?
Okay, Joker's just like having technical difficulties here.
I'm just trying to get the sub region set up on Skype is what it is. I had set it before the show, but I had it set up for when we had 3 cameras on there. So I'm still getting it set up for us. You want to tell us your personal news though, Brian? While I'm still getting these set up here.
Okay. Yeah, my personal news this week, I haven't really been doing much. Just been obviously making content and working, keeping my health in check. So there's been a lot of just a lot of business going on here, you know. And I've been playing a bit of Japanese shogi. That's Japanese chess. So I got 2 videos coming very soon that I'm keen to do. That's the R9 390 versus the GTX 970. I want to get that done. That's like the next video.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see that as well.
Then we're going to get the next video done, which is the $200 PC. So those videos are in the works. And yeah, that's about it really. I'd finished my setup. Like I did that, submitted that to Ed from TechSource as well. So hopefully that gets featured on his channel. And I can't wait. You know, it's just feeling good, man. Yesterday I was watching Suits, doing a workout, you know, keeping the health in check. So,
Watching Suits, that is definitely fitting. It is it's suiting.
oh, it's I got to catch up, right? I'm on season 4, so I've got to catch up on that drama. And then also, yeah, with Tyler, I think he's coming on the show today, and he's I mean, he didn't want to pitch out his channel, but I'll pitch it out for him. He basically he makes really good high-end audio, especially for headphones, right, with DAC amp solutions. So if you've got a high-end headphone or even a headset that needs good power, then you should go head over to Mayflower Electronics. Now, I will say, yeah. Well, you can get a V-Motor Boom Pro and a Fidelio X2s, for example.
Headphones.
Then you got a headset.
Well, if you can get headphones. If you have headphones, you could use it with a V-Motor Boom Pro if it suits it.
Oh,
Right.
You
V-Motor
have to
Pro.
yeah.
Holy grail, man. Holy grail. So, yeah, if you've, I mean, one thing people get confused though, if you've got a like $40 pair of headphones, do not go out and buy like a $200 DAC amp.
No. If headphones first, I couldn't tell you. I mean, I don't want to. I don't mean to market this stuff, but I couldn't tell you how many times people have emailed me saying, "Hey, I've got like this $100 pair of headphones.
Yeah.
Should I buy this $300 headphone amplifier?" I'm like, my business side says yes, but my real side says no. Buy good headphones first, and then get a DAC and amp. I couldn't tell you how many emails I've had like that, but
also don't overbuy your headphones and get something ridiculous with like 600 ohm impedance that you can't even drive with anything.
well, no. Our amps can drive anything on the market. There's nothing.
No. That's not what I meant. I meant like someone going out to try to buy their pair of headphones first.
Oh,
Just don't buy something crazy like that.
Well, I mean,
buying a good DAC.
I mean, if everyone's different, I mean, you could have a $20 pair of headphones from Walmart, and it could sound better to you than $1,000 headphones. Everyone's different.
Yeah, it is very subjective.
Right.
I gotta ask you though, what's your favorite pair of headphones? Straight off the bat.
LCD2s from Odyssey. They're about $1,000 brand new.
Yeah.
And I'm shamelessly a bass head, and the bass has never sounded so good in a pair of headphones than the Odysseys. Right now, these are. Go ahead.
You tried these babies?
Yes, I have. I've got a pair of those at the shop. They're okay. They don't have enough bass for me. They're a little bland.
Really?
Yeah. But
Not
again,
enough
everyone.
bass?
Yeah, everyone hears things. Like I said, I'm a bass head.
If the bass in these Fishers is pretty creamy.
Yeah, that's why I love
There's
those.
some good bass, yeah. It's good because it doesn't muddle out the mids and highs, and I listen to a lot of rock, so that's important for me.
All right, what do you think about the HD 600s before we start the show?
600s are okay. I know a lot of people say the 600s and 650s are the same, but for some reason the 650s just sound better to me. But I don't like Sennheiser. I actually think the HD 700s are the best headphones they make. But I'd rather still have some other brands than Sennheiser. I just something about them. I can never put my finger on it, but every time I put a Sennheiser headphone on, I don't know if I'm just biased or what, but I just don't like.
It might just be, it might be head shapes too, man. The way
everyone's different.
Yeah.
Everyone's.
It's so much comes into it: head shapes, ear sizes. I mean,
Yeah.
when I was there at Utah and you first gave me these headphones, the first thing I said was that my ears are like it was uncomfortable in my ears at first.
Right.
It took some getting used to at first because it's rather shallow inside, and also the drivers are actually exposed.
Right.
So it wasn't something I was used to.
Yep.
But after like a couple of days, my ears got used to it, and it's something I actually really like.
Right.
I think it actually even adds to the warmth of the list of the sound almost because of I don't know, I can't explain that, but that's to my ears, that's how it feels.
If you've got metal clips on the sides, you can just bend them a little bit and make them fit your head properly. That's what I did with my L1s. Yeah. So so yeah, Joker, what about your personal use? I
mean, nothing really, man. We got we got the setup done. I'm working on the Land Syndicate build right now. I've got all of the parts out. I was photographing it. I just finished an article for Top 10 Gamer that's going to be going up either later today or tomorrow morning. So that'll be good to get up, and then I'm going to move into filming me actually putting it together. So and we did that video with my dad also. I don't know if you saw that, if you caught that one. That was a lot of fun.
I was watching. I was just fist pumping to the music, like doing these ones.
Some people were hating on the music. They're like, "What's with all this fucking bass, Joker? Like, where's the metal at?" Like, because I always play metal in my videos, so they think I only play metal. I'm like, no, I like everything. It's like I like everything. It's like
in the R9 390 video where I've got coming up, I'm going to be putting in some metal for you guys. Nice. So.
You gotta get those rockin' benchmarks.
Yeah.
Also, before we move on from personal, there was something we did have to address, Brian.
What's that?
Remember? Well, there was.
The cutting off thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So we've been getting a lot of comments.
Wait. No, I'm gonna talk.
So anyway, I think
what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk.
Just
go ahead, Brian. Go ahead, Brian.
So this is the thing though, when me and Joker, we just talk, we just shoot the shit. I mean, I come up from a family where my dad just constantly ripped on me, and so for me, like words and all that, it doesn't do anything to me. Like, unless you start really insulting things that you shouldn't be insulting, then I don't take offense. So what about you, Joker? I mean.
Well, no, it was really the issue was some people thought that it's honestly it's come from both sides. I've had people on my videos telling me that they think that you always cut me off and you don't give me a chance to speak. And then you've had people on your videos telling you that I do the same thing to you, right? That I cut you off as well.
Oh no, yeah, shit happens, right? So.
And then there's honestly, there have been people that have actually said things like, "Oh my God, the show's gonna break up," or they hate each other and all this stuff, and like people like overreact in the comments, and it's just we just basically wanted to just say like no. It's like that's ridiculous.
It's all right. It is what it is, you know. Joker's a strong-minded person.
It's normal conversation when you talk to different people. Sometimes you interrupt another person. It's how you talk to people. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know
especially online. It's
Yeah.
different. It's different, and in this type of people, in this, especially in a podcast, it's everyone is basically sitting there trying to formulate their thoughts for what they're going to say next. So they're basically trying to think about what they're going to say next.
Right.
It's a little bit different than a normal conversation.
Right.
So it happens. It's not really a big deal.
There's bigger things in the world to worry about than cutting people off on a small
people,
YouTube channel.
but people in the comments think it's like the end of the world, though. I'm telling you, there are some people that think it's the end of the world.
Oh, well, they need to get their priorities straight.
Yeah, so
I don't know what I'm talking about.
that's basically that short and sweet and over and done with. You want to move on to the first topic?
Yeah, sure. Let's move on to the first topic here. Half-Life 2 has been approved to get a sequel. So it's given the go-ahead. Valve is not going to stop these fellas from doing their sequel.
Nope,
And that's awesome
doing
because we're breathing some life back into the Half-Life series. I mean, everyone's waiting for Half-Life 3, which who knows when that's going to come. Like,
I want episode 3 first before Half-Life 3. I think a lot of people are waiting for Half-Life 3. I'm still waiting for episode 3. But I'm glad to be seeing this coming. This is going to be called Prospect. It's obviously going to be set in Nova Prospect. It's an Opposing Force sequel. So if you played the Opposing Force expansion to the original Half-Life, then you'll be familiar with Nova Prospect and stuff. So that's where this is going to all be set. So I'm excited for this. This is like only $10 on Steam, by the way. And if you pre-order it, it's $9. Normally, I don't promote pre-ordering. In this case, I was like, whatever. I'm getting this game anyway. I'll save $1. Give the guy $9. It's fucking Half-Life. You don't question it in these scenarios. You just buy.
Throw money at them.
You just here, it's Half-Life. Take my money. And I've seen the trailer, which I can't show on the stream, but it looks amazing.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
Dominic
go
sent
look
a
it up.
donation. He said sorry he couldn't send us the $3.90. So
Oh,
glad
yes,
I got my
yes.
hands on one. So that's all right. Yeah,
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say something because it was addressed to you.
yeah, no worries.
Yeah, so how's that
Dominic,
work? Do
thanks
I get a
for-
cut or what? I mean, come on. I mean, they're coming for me, right? Is that how that
Not
works?
getting a
or-
cut. Sorry, man.
Do I get a cut of those hi-fis you're wearing?
I'll take the headphones. You can keep the money.
Okay, I'll take the $1. well, you don't forget, Brian and I have to split that $1 after YouTube takes 45%.
It's true. So I end up getting like 10 cents anyway. No, you can
Well,
keep
I can
your
get
10
it
cents.
as long as I can get a chopper chop. I'm home and hosed.
But I'm super excited about this. We were just joking before the show that neither of you guys have played Half-Life, so yeah.
I played Counter-Strike, man. That's all I followed. When I got the Half-Life thing, I was like, no, where's Counter-Strike at? And then CSGO came after. Wasn't there? There was one in between CSGO and CS, wasn't there?
You'll have to forgive.
CS something else.
You'll have to forgive us, guys. I'm surrounded by a bunch of filthy casuals.
I was just gonna say that.
I played Dota, man. I played like Dota, StarCraft, Brood Wars. Like I played, Baldur's Gate. I played Neverwinter Nights. I didn't really follow the Half-Life series too much, so
I don't even want to
least
list
this
off
will
the
give me
games I
the-
played. It's embarrassing. You guys make fun of me like as World of Warcraft and like consoles. I'll stop there.
World of
It's-
Warcraft. That's not a
World of
joke,
Warcraft?
man. World of Warcraft is good.
Well, I mean,
What's there to joke
well, it was back when vanilla. Well, I don't know. People are weird, but I don't know. I
World of
didn't play.
Warcraft has an
Dude,
amazing
people don't
soundtrack.
understand how good Vanilla WoW was. It was like the best game, one of the best games.
It was
Right
my
up there
life
with
for
Baldur's Gate.
for 2 years. Like literally nothing from 9 a.m. to 9 at night. Nothing. But wow.
Yeah, Vanilla WoW was insanely good. Like people don't understand. Like back when 2005, when it was released, 2004 was it? It was released.
5 or 4. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Something
was
like
just such a good game, man. I remember my friends had to come over and get me out of freaking the room.
Yeah. Yep.
Like
I didn't move.
I
I
was, just, yeah.
was a potato for 2 years.
People were literally just dying in the chair, just like
There were people, yeah, just doing mega sessions. And
cars
that-
are coming over and peeling people out of their computer chairs and right into the casket.
That South Park episode has more truth in it than you think it does.
Oh, I know.
so,
I know. I am living proof of that.
I can't say anything.
I am the PC gamer guy. Totally. That's what I look like. That's what I know that's how it looks on the outside looking in. That's how it looks. That is totally how it looks. It's like you can't debate it. You can't debate it. You can't debate it.
Sure. All right. So yeah, Half-Life 2. What did you want to say about this one, Joker? You just
That I want to play it and I want to tell people about it so that they want to play it too. And it's called Prospect. Look it up. Prospekt. Yeah, so Half-Life, good shit. Next thing up, we do have some rumored
Yep.
system requirements from Ubisoft Russia. These were, I guess, posted and then taken down on the Division. They are recommending it says on this a 970 and a 3770 processor. That's
Okay.
That's pretty hefty. Honestly, that's with an open world MMO-ish title like this with modern graphics. I personally wouldn't want to go at it on 1080 with anything less than a 970 or like an R9 290.
How much are
So,
970s? Are they a couple hundred bucks?
$300, $300, $300 to $330, yeah. So I personally wouldn't want to go at it with less than that recommended. So I could see where they're coming from on that, and it seems reasonable to me. But I think a lot of people are probably going to get pretty bent up about it because it's really high. But I think it's just going to be hard to run because it's going to be tough to run in open world.
I mean, it depends on what it's. DirectX 9, which is
No, it's going to minimum DirectX 9 sound card. It's DirectX 11 modern title.
okay.
So you need what, like an $800 PC to run this at a decent setting?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's a
Why-
modern title
it's-
like Rainbow Six Siege or anything or like a Assassin's Creed type title. It's a modern game. Watch Dogs. It's going to take a decent system to run it.
I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. It's if you want, I don't know. It's not that bad.
Screenshot, though.
It's
I
not.
guarantee
It's not that bad. But there are going to be people that are going to be like, "Oh my god, a 970. It's going to be an unoptimized turd." Like, it very well may
It
be
could be.
It could still be unoptimized. But just because they're recommending a 970 does not mean that it could just genuinely be hard to run because it's taxing. We see that there's games like that all the time that are just taxing as fuck to run. Witcher 3, I would recommend a 970 really.
Which
Maybe
is
780 would actually be okay too.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about too. And then like he's been doing Brian and I did with Logan. Just buy used. I cannot get over how much money and how much more performance you can get for buying used. How much is a used 780 right now?
Oh yeah. I've told a lot of people that as well. Just go. They're like, oh, Joker, I can get a 970 or I can get this. I was like, why don't you just buy a used 780 Ti? And then it's just like, oh, I didn't even think about that. I was like, you can get a used 780 Ti for like less than $300, man. He's like, oh man, that's perfect. That's exactly.
And that would
what
smash
I need.
970, wouldn't it?
No. That wasn't the exact scenario. It was something a little bit different than that, but but basically that's what it was. I was like, dude, why don't you just get this or this on eBay used? And he was like, yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, the thing about the 780 Ti over the 970, like a 970 overclocked will start to match in a 780 Ti, especially with the drivers being focused on Maxwell as well. That's something that people ask me. Like
a 970 would beat a 780 Ti. I have
sometimes,
no doubt about
sometimes it would. Not in every
all
game.
the time. I have no doubt it would beat all the
I'd
time.
say in Crisis 3, a 780 Ti would beat a 970, hands down.
Yeah, don't
It's
think
just-
so.
it's just-
You got the bigger frame buffer. You got the more optimized Maxwell architecture. You've got better 970 faster.
Better
Give it a
power
go, man.
requirements.
Give it a try.
40% faster CUDA core compared to Kepler. So it's just got everything on the
Yeah,
780 Ti.
but try it. Like I'm telling you, Crisis 3 is just one of those games that.
If I had a 780 Ti, I would. I just
Yeah, but
don't.
no one plays Crisis 3. I think everyone literally buys it just to run the benchmark. I don't think anyone actually plays Crisis 3.
That's why those games are made, and that's also why a lot of people don't buy them is because they're afraid they can't run it.
Crisis 3 is a lot
That's
of
why
fun.
those games don't really do all that well. Is because no one can run them.
That's true. That is kind of true. You got a point.
Anyway, if these rumors are true, I think it's fair. It's not. I don't think, like, if they came out and said you need a 980 to run this game, I don't think that would be.
I mean,
Fair.
it depends, right? I think a 960 should be at least like if you go on recommended. I don't see how. I think it's too high. Like a 970 is pretty much you're getting into the high end, right? You've only after that you've only got 980.
If the recommended is saying that this is for 1080p 60 FPS, is it still too much?
Yeah.
No.
At
Like,
ultra,
what's ultra? That's what I mean. Like, I don't think
like
ultra
hot,
should
maybe
be
like hot,
recommended.
maybe like somewhere between high and ultra. Maybe not ultra anti-aliasing, but pretty much near ultra, like almost maxed out.
But here's the spoiler alert, right? Ultra is the biggest waste of FPS on practically any game I've played. The difference between high and ultra is like a minuscule amount. When you compare high to low, huge difference, right? But every game that I play and I go from high to ultra, like my FPS tanks.
Well, it
And then
depends
the
on
visual fidelities.
Depends on the game.
the textures
I'm
makes a
talking about-
difference. Everything
I
else,
just I don't know. I put everything to ultra. That's how I play.
Well, like
because
we're
we're
talking
Paul,
Fallout
so.
4, Black Ops 3, GTA 5. These three get like when I've gone with that extra, the extra option to max it on ultra, it hasn't looked that much better, and it's tanked my graphics cards so much. So it's like this is what I tell people when they buy graphics cards: just tweak your settings to get the best visual experience for the FPS.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah,
You got it.
Optimus.
Yeah, I mean, my baseline is turn everything up, and if it runs, I leave it there. If it doesn't run, I have certain places I go first. I go anti-aliasing first, obviously. You go from there. You got to
Yeah.
know what you got to find out what's more important to you, because some people may value that more than other things. Someone might value crisp edges over shadows and say, I don't really care about shadows, but I want crisp edges.
Well, they need an option in the graphics menu to have the S curve. Don't you reckon? You can just apply an S curve all the time.
You just want to put the curves
Yeah.
in there.
Apply it on your
curve,
games.
S curve for graphics.
Yeah, S curve on your whole outlay.
Most of the chat has no idea what we're talking about.
Oh,
with
well,
the
it's an
gentle
S. You know, like you make it your contrast better and the colors pop more.
Yeah, you put the gentle S.
That's it.
I put that gentle S.
I say,
Speaking of-
could Fallout 4 be getting a thunder? You want to go on to that one? Could Fallout
Yeah, let's
4?
do it.
Yeah.
Take it
So-
it away.
So we go back to Tyler. Tyler, did you want to say anything about the Tom Clancy's or Half-Life?
what do you mean?
No, no,
Any-
no,
Like, if you want to
we're
add
good.
anything?
Oh no, you guys are good. No, I said what I said.
Okay. So could Fallout 4 be getting a Thunderdome Arena DLC? Joke, do you want to give us a little bit of insight about this?
I mean, honestly, this is rumor. It's speculation. It's Tweaktown. So I'm taking it with a very, very big grain of salt, just like we do from WCCF. It's the rumor mill. It's the game rumor mill. So it is what it is. If it does come out, I can't say I'll play it because I still haven't finished Fallout 4, the main game. So I'm still working on Witcher 3, man.
So it's like basically what we're looking at here with Fallout 4 could be like a Colosseum sort of deathmatch kind of thing, and it looks very promising. Like it honestly looks really good.
If it was online, that would be okay. Was that going to be online? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, of course it would be. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
Then that's
I hope
that's
it would
different.
be.
That's different. Well, Borderlands has done stuff like that in the past, where it's been like a horde style mode, where they put out DLCs with like a Thunderdome style arena, and it was just like, okay, yeah, it's fun, but meh.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd hope it would be online. I mean, I kind of am like versing. Okay, well, I think it's NPCs actually. Sorry, it doesn't look
Yeah.
like it. Like I'm reading through the fine
Oh,
print.
so it's just regular download DLC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I would have expected from Fallout anyway.
Ah,
It's just
man, like
single
I
player
kind of.
DLC.
Well, I'd love to have like if that was a multiplayer DLC, that'd be so good. Like, because then you're utilizing the game in just such a different way. So basically, yeah, you basically got like a pit where you can. I think it says where NPCs beat.
This
the
is this
snot
is
out
from
of
a
each other.
this is from a building. I don't know how far you guys have gotten to this building, but I've played the mission. You have to rescue two people inside the cage from a bunch of raiders. Looks like from the same mission that I played, but so it's going to take place in this little arena thing. It's like more or less you versus NPCs kind of.
Isn't that the area where you meet the Minutemen in the beginning? That's where it looks like the theater.
No, it's not the beginning. It could be. It all depends. Everyone plays Fallout. Everyone's story is different. But I met this I got this like halfway through my story right now, and you can get a follower. I can't remember exactly. I glossed over it really quickly, but you can get a follower after saving the people inside this arena from raiders. I can't remember exactly what the storyline was, but it's some guy owns this building, and it's kind of like a Roman Coliseum where they fight, and this guy owns this arena where you can place bets on raiders who are going to kill each other, and you save the two people who own it. It's kind of weird, but that looks like where it's from. This picture is from that little area mission thing.
Word.
Did you save him or did you just let him die?
No, I saved him. It was really
You did
easy.
You're the good Samaritan. You're
Yeah, I'm the-
Mayflower
I-
Electronics.
Yeah, I'm the good guy in the video games, but
See, in Fallout, I play as an absolute dick.
do you?
Oh yeah, I'm mean.
I can't do
Well,
that.
like it.
I feel bad.
That's why I like with the older like the Dungeons and Dragons. The whole.
Am I the only person? Am I the only person who was happy at the beginning of Fallout when your wife dies?
Yes.
Oh,
You're the weird guy.
I was glad that I did not have to have a spouse nagging me the entire game and having to do stupid side quests for them. That's what I thought I was going to have to do.
It's a
So
So I was,
glad
I was
that
happy
wasn't
the
there.
kid. Like I want to. I've got to actually play, so don't spoil Fallout 4 for me. It's actually the game that I'm going to get onto and finish now. So
Okay.
I want to chase that little kid down.
Yeah, well, you have to get distracted for some time first, growing crops and stuff. That makes sense.
Crops and making defense systems.
Yes.
So what do we got here? Escape from Tarkov. Even more screenshots released. So
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up this game. It's in pre-alpha right now. I'm interested in this. It looks really cool. I think it's like an open world RPG. I guess you could kind of make the comparison first off, looking at it's like sort of like maybe DayZ or
looks like a mix between like Battlefield and Tom Clancy's. I don't know.
I was going to say
why.
Battlefield. It's a very Battlefield-y style.
no, it's not.
It looks
that.
like it kind of looks like a mix though. That's what I mean. It looks like a bit of a hybrid here. So I'd like to know what engine it's using. Maybe the Far Cry engine. Yeah.
It's Unity 5.
Okay. So what is that in Far Cry?
I don't know what Far Cry. Oh no, Far Cry uses Dunya.
Okay.
I can't. I don't know what. I think Unity 5 is a new version of Unity. Yeah, I don't think this has been used yet. This is kind of like Unity's newest version thing, kind of like their Unreal Engine 4 type thing. Their newest entry of engine.
Yeah, it definitely looks pretty good. So
Yeah, it combines. It's open world survival, obviously, but it combines some like looting and crafting type elements that remind me more of like an RPG, like Fallout. So and there's no zombies. It's not a zombie game, so you don't have to worry about that.
it says they're TPS, so third person shooter. I couldn't see that on the screenshots though.
You think you can go third person, maybe? Where does it say that?
It says the FPS
Oh,
slash
FPS,
TPS.
TPS. So yeah, you can go. Yeah, it's on that middle screenshot there. You can see behind the guy. So you can go
Okay.
first person or third person, just like in DayZ or Arma.
Oh yeah. I thought that was another guy. This is a
Oh,
weird
no.
angle.
No, oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. But yeah, this looks interesting. I'm curious to see more about this, so I just wanted to bring some awareness about it to our community here, just let people know about it.
These
That's
games
it.
are so fun to play with friends.
Absolutely, yeah.
I love going with my buddy who lives a little bit closer to me, and me and him go on a DayZ server, and we kind of role play, and we kind of try to survive like we would in real life, and it's so much fun. And it's I love games like this. DayZ is a fantastic game, so if it's anything like that, it'll be a good game. So
Yeah, or like Shadow of Chernobyl.
yeah, yep. Games like
That I was trying to think of the name before when we were talking about that. That's what it reminds me of, Shadow of Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Good shit though. All right, so next thing we have up, this one I saw earlier today. I was like, what? I was like, you kind of
Johnny
kidding me,
Depp rumored for Star Citizen.
dude. This
I'm
cast
gonna,
keeps getting
like-
bigger and bigger, man.
Well, I've got to say, like, I kind of like. I just want the game to
Oh
be
wait,
released.
wait. Hang on,
Okay.
hang on. It says original story. This was the original story. It has an update there. It says that was fast.
What's-
Cloud Imperium have firmly denied this, telling us no Johnny Depp in Squadron 42. So
Yeah, that's what.
I guess we can move on from that then.
Yep.
All
Well,
right.
no, but the thing is, like, one thing
quick.
I will add
That
on
was a quick
Star
topic.
Citizen. One
a
thing
quick
is, I
topic.
will add on Star Citizen though is that like, I would like to see them sort of not add on pro voice, like pro actors.
Oh no,
for
I like
voice actors.
seeing the cast are bringing on Gary Oldman, Andy Serkis.
Yeah, but
I'm
once,
looking forward
once
to
the
all
game's
that good
released
shit.
or something, I don't know. Like, it's just, to me, it's like I want the game to get released already rather than bringing on extra people. Like, if you're going to bring on someone, bring on Samuel L. Jackson. That is like the best person to bring in. No, I'm
The
serious. man.
baddest
That-
motherfucker in
That's
space.
it. That's it. That's what they need
Snakes
to
in
do.
this goddamn ship.
Yeah, that's the only person I would agree with bringing in to this game at the moment. Like, they've already got look at their
Snakes on the
cast already. They got
motherfucking
Luke
star
Hamill,
system.
Mark Hamill, sorry, and Luke Skywalker.
Everyone,
Mark,
man. That's why I'm
Mark
looking forward.
Skywalker.
See, okay, I'm glad that they're really going this route though with the story on Squadron 42, because if Star Citizen had came out and it was just another game like Eve or Elite Dangerous where it was just open world, do whatever you want, I would get bored again within a few months and I'd stop playing it. I'm glad that there's going to be a story. I'll feel like even if I get bored of it, I'll feel like I got more out of it if there was a satisfying story at the center of that. It's like, I don't know. It's like going to the movies and seeing good movies. Like, you feel like you got your money's worth, even though you spent way too much money on tickets and popcorn.
Caramel popcorn.
Way too much money.
Yeah, caramel.
I just went last Saturday, and for
Criminal. It's
I saw
criminal.
Star Wars, and I saw 3D, and for 3 tickets, popcorn, some sodas.
It's like $75.
$80.
Yeah.
Damn. What did you?
What
I
is-
felt like. See, I walked out of Star Wars feeling disappointed. That was me.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was okay. I saw it in 3D, so I was more wowed about the visual effects and that kind of stuff. The story is kind of shitty.
$80, man. You could have got hookers and blow for that.
I know.
$80. No,
With my girlfriend.
Hey, well, you don't even need the hookers then. More blow for everyone.
Right.
Exactly.
All right. Next gen processors won't support older generations or versions of Windows. Now, this is coming as big news where Microsoft has just flat out said if you're on a Skylake or better, even Intel's new Kaby Lake, we're going to stop supporting 7 and 8.1 for you guys.
Yeah, that goes
Now-
with our next one. The Skylake one is 18 months, I think, right? They said.
Yeah.
the Ars
So,
article, so
do you want to do that now since we're already?
Well, these go they go together. Yeah,
Yeah.
this goes together with that.
So they've got 18 months to upgrade. Now, this is kind of like, I don't agree with this, especially since a lot of people will be using Skylake, especially the 8-threaded 4-core 6700K. I imagine a lot of those people will be on 8.1 just doing their thing, editing, using it as workstations. Why do they get shunned? Why do they have to upgrade to Windows 10? They probably don't want to upgrade to Windows 10. I mean, for sure enough for us gamers, we have kind of that DX12 thing hanging over our heads. But I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who just don't care about video games and use their Skylake for productivity purposes. So it's a bit of a dick move from Microsoft. So that's just my initial thoughts coming into this. And
Well, they want you on 10 because they make money off of you on 10. They don't make any money off of you on Windows 7. That's the only reason they're doing this.
Dude, they're just slowly they just got rid of stopped supporting Windows 8. I've never seen an OS stop being supported that fast. They're still fucking supporting Vista. Vista is like the worst OS they ever made, and they're still supporting that.
I agree with that. Yeah, that's it's universal. Vista is the best ever made. But
It's like, we still got to support that service pack. We got to keep that service pack going.
yeah, but it's BS, right? Because we all know, like, I don't know what's with Microsoft. They're trying too hard to be Google, and I mean, Google's Google. Google is the best at what they do. Like, I don't know why Microsoft's trying so hard with their Bing and whatever. Now they're trying to collect just as much data as they can.
I think they're trying to be cool, and no one thinks they're cool. Sorry, Microsoft.
Yeah, I mean, at least Google does it because they're just a sheer dominator. We own YouTube, so don't complain.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. It's proof is in the pudding. I mean, I don't know if they're. I don't know. I mean, they may, but I mean, I doubt they'll actually not support it. I mean, I don't know. We'll see when it happens, but
it seems pretty legit. And I mean, Microsoft, given what they've done with 7 and 8.1 already, how they've rolled out their privacy invasion updates, I think this has got a bit of truth to it. So, I mean, it's not that far away. I mean, July 17th, 2017. After that, your OS is pretty much bare naked. After that, if you're
Can I just reiterate that? I think I've said this a lot of times, but
Yeah.
I've got Windows 10 on my test system, and now having the setups like this, I've been using it a lot more, and I fucking hate Windows 10.
I prefer
I
8.1.
really despise everything about it.
why? What do you hate about it? Is it the privacy thing, or just what do you?
That bothers me, but I know how to turn that stuff off. I
Right.
don't like there's certain UI things I could fix. I can get started back on Windows 10 and fix some of those things, but there are things that they just moved around that I didn't like. But then there's also like the shit. What was I just thinking of? Fucking lost it. Totally spaced.
I
Totally
like
spaced on it.
8.1. After I modded 8.1, it was the best OS that I'd used. Like, I liked it. It was lightweight. Windows 10 for me just feels a tad bit more sluggish. And I guess
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was gonna say it was the auto updating. The auto updating is insane because it's just like it just does it whenever it wants. Like
It's invasive, yeah.
I was testing. I was doing a benchmark, and the benchmark had. I was like, it started flickering. I was like, "What's going on?" And then it had like gone back, and I was like, "I didn't hit the Windows key," and it came up with it that it was going to do updates, and it asked me when I wanted to restart the PC, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Did you turn it off? I've never had that problem before ever.
I have like everything disabled, but you
That's
can't
weird.
disable the updates. It still updates automatically.
Really?
And I don't like that I can't like go through and check the updates. It just gives me everything. It's like, here, you're just getting all of these updates.
But people in the comments saying they just want to make money. Yes, they do want to make money, but it's not fair. It's not fair when someone's bought a Skylake PC, they've bought a copy of 8.1, and they want to use 8.1. They don't want to use Windows 10. There are that group of people out there, and I can perfectly understand coming from 8.1 to 10. I prefer 8.1, but I don't mind because I want DX12. So I just, I think they're doing this. Sure, they want to make money, but they're costing themselves reputation slowly as time goes on. Like, my loyalty towards Microsoft is slowly diminishing. Like, I've used Microsoft since I was a kid. I love their OS. I don't want
really
to
have
use...
much choice to use anything else.
Well, I don't want to.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
I'm sorry to say, I don't want to use Linux.
No one sees Linux.
We can stomp and we can complain, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
we all have to just fall in line and use Windows. However they tell us to use it.
Well, that's what I
It's-
mean. At the end of the day, though, this is the thing, though. Nowadays, Microsoft is just making it so that if something else does come out,
Wait, hang
a
on.
lot of people are just going to have an exodus from Windows. That's the position they're putting themselves in when they screw over the consumer.
Windows 10 is that guy that's like just trying to sneak it in the back door slowly.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
man.
Yeah.
Wait, let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen the video "It Only Smells"?
No, I'm scared to.
If anyone in the chat has ever seen "It Only Smells," Microsoft is the guy in that situation. That's all I'm gonna say.
It only smells.
Yep, it only smells.
Well,
Anyway, some people in chat will get that. Some people in chat will understand.
Okay, anyways.
It only smells.
I love your accents, dude. They're hilarious. They're pretty good.
This guy's like Slovenian. I'm not going to go into any more detail. We'll just move on from that. Anyway, cleaning up the show now.
Yep.
So you want to move on to Netflix here?
We got Overclock 3D, Netflix VPN crackdown,
Yeah,
aimed
man.
for United Global Service. Now,
Wait,
yeah, I kind of. What do you want? Do you want me to start this off, or you want to start this off?
let me see what I got to say in this because this is like some BS. I've talked a lot about this before. I use VPNs to watch Netflix in like other countries and stuff like that, which is not a big deal. It's not illegal. And in the past, Reed Hastings, the CEO of Netflix, has actually spoken out as a proponent of it. He supports it. He's even given it credit as being one of the reasons that they've succeeded as a company is because of people using VPNs to access their service as an alternative to pirating media. Instead of downloading and pirating movies, people are rather just use a VPN and use pay for Netflix because it's so convenient, and then have access to all of those libraries across the world. It's now even gotten more convenient recently. There's a thing now called SmartFlix you can go on. It takes all of the VPN guesswork and having to switch countries. It just has every single country's library in one place. So it's easy to see why it's become more public, and now as it's become more public with things like SmartFlix, now Netflix is kind of backing up on this, and they're kind of having to crack down on the VPN stuff.
Well,
And
my
they're-
opinion is, why don't they make their service global before they
that's
crack
they
down?
want to. They want to, but it's not their choice. That's the thing here is, see, IBT Times, a lot of sites are reporting on this, making it look like Netflix is backing up on their word 100% and just trying to now go after the pirates and say fuck the pirates, which is not the case. OC3D presented this story correctly by showing just the quotes from Reed Hastings, and they're being forced into this. They would like to see a global economy where they could just have, a global licensing where they could just show all of the movies everywhere, but they can't. Because of the licensing deals, they can't do that, so they're being forced to crack down on the VPN pirates.
I mean, I'm sure there'll be ways around
Because of their
it,
licensing
Well,
agreements.
VPN, get a good VPN, they'll figure out how to get around
Yeah,
it anyway.
people are having to. That's the end result. Is people are just going to get stronger, better VPNs, but as essentially because of their licensing agreement, Reed Hastings, Netflix, they have to put on the show that they are making the effort to stop this. They have to make it appear that they're trying to stop VPNs, even though they probably, in reality, they don't really want to because it actually helps them, and they recognize that.
Who's they? Who doesn't want?
Like TV
Reed
shows,
Hastings.
TV networks.
Okay,
in
so it's
Australia
the
or
actual shows
whatnot.
themselves that dictate where the content can and can't be.
Oh yes, yeah. Like whoever owns the rights to the shows, there's
Right,
licensing agreements with every country. So
It's pretty
I don't-
complex, yeah.
I don't.
Well, they make deals for for money. Like they make like say they might make a deal with TNT. Okay, we're gonna have all of TNT's original programming on Netflix now because they make a huge contract with them. But that deal could be only for the United States. It might not be in the UK because they might have certain content that they don't want in the UK yet. They could.
Or it
there's
might
all
be
different
airing.
things
It
that-
might
yeah.
be a season late. It might be a year late, and it's
Yeah,
still
exactly,
airing on UK, like on a TV network they've already made a deal with. So, I mean, it is understandable. Yeah, I don't know. They should just have the little back door there for the people who really want to watch.
So I'm sorry, guys. My girlfriend just realized walked in, and I don't know if you guys can see this.
Wait. Do you want?
I'm having.
What's that?
Wait.
Z? What Z?
Big ZD. Big ZD.
She wrote Zitty, by the way.
It's you spelled Zitty. Yes,
I
I would
thought
like
you were saying
baked
Zai
ziti.
High.
There you
Like
go.
it's
Yeah,
spelled-
and
spelled
by the way,
Wi-Fi.
I would say definitely go with the baked ziti because I'm having baked ziti for dinner as well. Yes.
Big
Sorry about
ZD,
that.
eh?
I thought that was
It's one of
hilarious.
those days.
It's a bit late to start a big ziti, but go for it.
Are we eating dinner late?
Okay.
What time? So, oh man, like, yeah, I was just getting lasagna in my head. I want lasagna.
Like Garfield. So
Yeah.
anyway, the takeaway from this is I just wanted to talk about this Netflix thing because there's a lot of
Yeah.
sites that are there. There's a lot of sites that are portraying this that Netflix are backing up on what they've said, but it's not the case. They're being forced into this.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, obviously, I'm in Japan at the moment. I don't really need Netflix, but I will be getting it when, like, if I lived in Australia or something, like, and then I'd probably get a VPN to get American content.
Yeah. See, Probo X even brought the point, and we've mentioned this in I've mentioned it in previous TGWs. The Australian Netflix, just for one example, is dreadful.
Yeah.
I've loaded up my VPN on Sydney or Melbourne, and I've gone onto their Netflix library, and it's like I can't believe they're charging money for that.
Yeah.
It's just disgustingly bad. So yeah, it's understandable if you were in Australia that you want to use a VPN to access like US Netflix to actually get some decent content for what you're paying for. And I think that should be you're right. If you're paying for it, you should have access to the entire library. You shouldn't be restricted just because of where you lived. Because if you were to get on a plane and fly to America, you'd totally be able to use your Netflix. No one would stop you. So why couldn't you use a VPN?
Because you live in Australia.
Bullshit. Fuck that. Fuck your invisible lines.
No, it's that's how it is, man.
No, that's not how it is. How it is we get VPN.
I'm gonna use that excuse because it's too early.
Private
in the morning.
internet access.
I'm
Just
just
get
gonna
private
use
internet
that
access. That's how you do it. Just get private internet access or Astral and just say fuck your invisible lines.
I've got private internet access. I like it.
It's good stuff.
It's.
So what about what's
it's not too
Smartflix?
bad.
What did you pull up? Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
You got Smartflix up here. What's this about?
Yeah, that was part of the Netflix thing because I was, I think that maybe a service like that could have accelerated this process because it's making it so convenient now. You don't even need to bother getting your own VPN. You could just register on Smartflix, and then it has every single country's Netflix on one website and one interface, so you don't need to bother. Like right now, if I wanted to watch German Netflix, I would have to switch my IP to Germany, and if I wanted to switch over to Italy to check what they have, I'd have to switch to Italy. It's kind of a process. So with this, everything's in one place, and I think if something like this is now becoming popular, it's easy to see why they're being forced to make a crackdown.
Yeah, it's
Kind of like how Craigslist had to crack down on hookers once everyone found out about it.
okay. So,
Hookers keep coming up on this show. I don't know why.
well, yeah, you man, have you got some secret thing going on there that we don't know about? You know, like after the show finishes, boom.
I mean, everyone needs some love, you know.
Come in, Dal. Tech Gaming Weekly's finished.
YouTube money.
Hookers and Below on demand. Hookers
Yeah,
and Below on demand.
YouTube truck just backed in the driveway. So, Netflix CEO says account sharing is okay as well. So that's pretty cool. I might have to borrow your Netflix account, Joker. Give it a whirl.
No.
So have you tried Japan? Have you tried
I've not seen Japan on there. I don't have Japan on private internet access.
Okay.
Yeah, I could tell. I know
Well,
exactly what
it's
Tyler's
like
looking
the
at right
last
now. That
one.
really
Yeah.
little list.
Nope.
List. They
Nope.
did add a bunch more countries, but no, they're not on it.
No, you got
Japan's not on
you got Sydney and Melbourne, but I don't see Japan. No Japan. That's it. No, oh, sorry. You got Hong Kong. I don't know. That's kind of. Oh no, there is Japan. No, there is Japan.
Tokyo.
No, there is Japan. I just didn't have my glasses on. And I can't read. Yeah, there's Japan. It's on there somewhere.
Okay, do we want to move on to some tech news here? GTX 980X MX and a 970X MX are rumored.
Yes.
So, I mean, this is kind of late in the cycle, especially with like this. If this is true, right? It's a rumor, and I don't think it's true because I mean, I'm sure Nvidia would have released a 960 Ti before they released this, but I mean, it looks essentially what you're getting with the 980 MX is a GDX 970, right? 1664 CUDA cores. And I mean, it's you've got this slightly more CUDA cores than a 980M. I don't really see this being a big thing, right? Because it's so late in the cycle already. Like we're moving on to 2016, where the new gen is going to be released.
You could tell that Pascal is right around the corner because everyone is just basically emptying the stock right now. Like everyone's like putting out like water cooled 970s and just get rid of everything. Just put out shit. Just put shit out. So all of this shit's getting put out. That's why I think Pascal is like literally right around the corner.
I mean, I would believe this would be true if a cluster was already disabled on the 980M. Is that true? Like, I'm not too sure there. So, I mean,
I don't know.
It's just like, all right, we're just, ramping up the 980M a little bit. That could be understandable, but I don't think they do with the 980M. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I got to look into this a little bit more, but it just seems like it's too late in the cycle to be releasing new SKUs on.
I'm surprised they're not already starting to creep out with like Pascal based laptop GPUs because they've usually started to roll things out in the laptops a little bit earlier in recent years anyway.
Especially on the CPU line, yeah, because the yields are easier. But I'm not too sure about the graphics cards. I think they just go straight up with their whatever they can get out. Because I mean, the 970 and the 980 was such a success. Like that's probably one of the most. I'd probably say the most successful launch in graphics card history would have been the 970 and the 980.
Probably. It was a pretty big launch. Like a lot of people own 970s.
I bought two 980s when they came out. I've never done that before in my life. I've never bought a brand new video card when it came out, and I never certainly have not bought two. So
they know what they're doing with the marketing then if they're getting you to buy two of those things.
Yeah.
And what was it that made you buy two? That's I'm curious.
Because I can.
Yeah. So you're just like, all right, I'm doing this.
Good answer.
Because I can, and I've always wanted a water cool, and if I'm going to do all that mess, I'm going to do it right. Like, I'd be so upset if I bought one, and then now I got to put another one in, and no, I just did two, and it's good for at least another year, I'm hoping.
So was it your first time on SLI?
No, I've had SLI before, I think with, I had SLI with 780s, 780 Ti's.
Oh, wow.
But that was air cool, so... AMD has the best multi-card. I don't know if that's the case now, but back when I had AMD, they had the best multi-video card, software. It never had a problem. I've had more problems with NVIDIA than anything else with drivers and stuff like that. I don't know what the case is today, but
strong words.
Yeah, damn.
Sorry.
That's why I guess that's why I don't use SLI. I don't use.
Tyler saying Crossfire is greater than SLI. Strong words.
I don't know how it is today. That was a couple years ago. But back 2 or 3 years ago, in my opinion and in my findings, Crossfire was definitely better by a large margin. So,
but during that time, you weren't using SLI during that time. You would have to admit as well.
No, I jumped ship right. I forgot what the video cards were from AMD, but I jumped right ship from AMD to NVIDIA, the same high end, like equal cards, just to test the waters, and I got rid of them. I went back to AMD right after. I forgot what AMD cards they were. I want to say 7970s. 7970s. I had two of them. I want to say, and then I think I switched.
NVIDIA. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. And then I switched to whatever the equivalent NVIDIA was at the time. And I went back, and it didn't work. But that's just me.
Yeah, it's basically with graphics cards. I've said this to everyone in my audience. It's do buy what's best for you. You know what I mean? If something works better in your specific situation, buy it. Like, do it. I've been using single NVIDIA graphics cards for the last few years. I've never had a problem. Like, not one. Like, I don't even know. Like, I can't remember the last time I had a game crash because of drivers. So, I mean, I've had an amazing experience on a single NVIDIA card.
Yeah, they fixed that. I remember a couple of years ago, it was a problem. Even if you had one video card, you'd have a problem with crashing. But they seem to fix that in the past couple of years. Everything's getting a lot more stable now, which is good.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think with Nvidia though, they're definitely focusing on single graphics cards now. Like I think that's the thing. So
'cause I don't think most people don't have two. I think
Yeah.
everyone just grabs a 960 or 970. But
Oh, you and Joker, dude. He loves his two cards
I couldn't live without two cards.
because he's got to max the details.
yeah,
Even though every time I test like a single 970, I'm blown away with just how good it is. I still need my two cards.
yeah.
I don't know how it is when I switch over to my main system. It's like I couldn't game with anything less. But when I'm on my test system, I'm like, this is fun. I could play like this. It's like when I go on my main system, I'm like, no, more. It's like
Okay, well-
It's like my 290 Ti's. I can't even run this game, man. It's only getting 90 FPS. This is fucking shit.
Damn, man. You and your SLI 140 FPS all the time.
Gotta get it, man. Gotta get in there. Gotta get in there. That's why you see, even Acer's got this fucking 200 hertz shitty monitor. Wait,
That's too much.
It's. I don't have a problem with the 200 hertz. I have a problem with it's only 1080. Blech.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's a
my biggest problem. Yeah, it's like, why would you release a 35-inch 1080p monitor? It baffles me. Is there panels that they just need to get rid of? I'm not too sure. 'Cause
No, I mean this still makes sense. I mean you got to think something like this. I mean you could push this on two 970s, really well probably.
yeah, but it's. I mean, it's going to look like. Honestly, I would rather
It's gonna be weird.
I'd rather a 1440p Korean panel any day over
So would
this.
I.
Like even at
So would
60
I.
hertz.
I'd rather that Atron Vision.
Yeah, well, that's, I mean, even at 60 hertz, I'd rather that than this. It's just going to look so much better. This is going to look like arse, like compared like modern day standards, man. 35-inch at 1080p, ew.
And I think
Sexy stand though. I like the stand.
I think the curved thing is also a fad that will probably go away in 2 years. I don't get it.
Well, okay, I've mentioned this in my X34 review, and I've kind of changed my stance on it. I think this one's curve is a little bit too extreme, but I understand having a slight curve can be a benefit because you have to understand like a screen this wide. In order to get all of that in your peripheral view, they have to curve out the edges just so that you could see it because you're sitting that close. You're not sitting back far. If you were sitting back 5 or 6 feet on a couch, I believe yes, a curve it's absolutely pointless. But when you're sitting that close to a screen like an ultra-wide monitor, it makes sense to have a little bit of a curve there so that you could still see everything just for your own field of view.
I've seen it at the stores, right? I'm a big fan of the curve on like the 65-inch TVs and stuff. I think it works really well there. Like if you're on a couch in a lounge room, whatnot, it works really well there. Just on your monitor right in front of you, it's like I don't need a freaking curve.
I think it's gonna go the way of 3D and the fact that no one cares about 3D anymore. 3D was huge 4 years ago, and now no one could care less. So this is my opinion.
I go out of my way now when I go to the movies to not see 3D. Like when I saw Star Wars, I was just like, they were like 3D. I was like, no.
Like I watched it, I just thought like Avatar was the best movie I've seen in 3D. I haven't really
That was it.
seen.
I loved that movie in 3D. I would love to see
Yeah.
another movie like that in 3D where they do it to that scale. But that's it. I accept nothing less than that. That's
Well,
it.
it's like
gotta
every
be
time I
Avatar,
saw
nothing
3D
less.
after that, I was just like, oh, really? These glasses are just getting annoying, like to wear. Like,
Avatars was
Yeah.
legit because everything was made to be that way. Every aspect of the movie was tuned to be in 3D.
It was good.
It wasn't an afterthought.
Yeah.
That's what made it good.
Very true. Completely agree. So anyway, Z35. We don't even have a rumor on price here. It's just that
it's on the bottom. It's 1100.
Whoa, 1100.
Fuck it
man.
out.
No way. So I mean, like
fuck
I gotta
that.
say, I mean, look, I love Acer's monitors, but this is
$1,100 on a 1080p monitor? Nope.
yeah.
What's
It doesn't
the
matter how
model?
many hertz.
What's the model name on our panels, Joker? The
XB270HU.
There should be no other monitor on the market. It is perfection. It is 1440p.
Well, no. Well, they've got the updated version of this one, the XB271HU, which just has a nicer stand.
Well, okay, whatever.
And
Anyway,
they've refined the panel technology a little bit better. So, but yeah.
1440p G-Sync, 144 hertz IPS. Those are the four main specs you want on the monitor, and it has everything. I don't know what it is right now, but I'm sure it's way cheaper than this thing. And it is. There's going to have to be some crazy new technology to ever. It's going to be on my desk for at least 3 or 4 years at bare minimum. It's to me, it's perfection.
I'm only planning to get like an updated version of this really, unless I switch to 4K because Pascal could just kill 4K or for some reason, then I might do that. But
Well, for me, I'm a big response time buff. So I mean, I love that monitor you guys are rocking, but I mean, it's overpriced in Japan. So
Everything's
I'm
over.
I'm rocking the 4K in the background, which is actually pretty good. So I'm really enjoying that.
yeah, so we had another monitor here we were going to talk about as well, which kind of goes all in with this that new Raj monitor too, which is a pretty interesting entry though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're going back to the base roots of 24-inch 1080p. Now, this 24-inch 1080p or even 22-inch for that matter does have.
Oh, is it only? I thought this was going to be 1440. Oh, that's disappointing.
Well, they can't say they don't have the full specs yet. That's what they say in the article. So,
well, because I remember
it will sport a fast TN panel. Fast, it'll be 144 hertz. It might even go up to 165 hertz. They're just going to bring in a baseline ROG that I'd say have low input lag, fast response times. Probably might not even support, but it might support G-Sync. I'm not too sure yet. But they're going to announce basically a cut down ROG Swift on the way. So that's pretty good news. Sorry, you go ahead.
That is pretty good. I had originally thought I had saw that they were doing a 25-inch 1440p version. I don't know why I thought I saw that, but I guess I was mistaken. This must have been what I saw. So
Okay.
the fact that it's 1080, that's actually disappointing then.
No, it's not. Like the thing is,
To me,
right?
it is anyway.
Inch, yeah, but there's still a cult following at 22-inch and 24-inch. I think it's if you're a MOBA player, I kind of think 24-inch is where you want to be at because you'll be able to see everything in your field of view, as opposed to like 27-inch. You start getting a little bit too big, depending on how close you sit to the monitor. So there's definitely some.
I just couldn't imagine spending like $500-600 on this, which is probably what it's going to launch for.
I mean, I'd say they'd have to get pricing right, but it says they're cheaper version, a more cut down version.
I'm pretty sure I remember seeing this is going to be like $599.
But they've already.
I'm besting this is going to be $500-600.
Well, they've already
That's
got
too
that
much.
one for like $240. Yeah, the 144 hertz 1080p monitor. Yeah.
No, not G-Sync and all that shit.
Okay, well, I think they've got one out now. Like
All the G-Sync monitors that are like this spec are around like $550. So I don't expect anything less than that, especially on a nice stand like this.
yeah.
I expect more from Asus.
Okay.
I think it comes down to what are you as a gamer? Are you actually playing a game and trying to be good, or are you going for an experience? I'm an experience guy. I'd rather it be IPS. I've never played on a panel that's 1 millisecond. I don't know what the difference is between 1 millisecond and 5
You're not missing
millisecond.
anything. You're not missing
Okay,
anything.
because I suck at video games, so I don't really know.
Not with this panel. With like other like slower IPS panels, yeah, you're gonna see a difference. But this is like the first time where they actually started to get it right is with these 4 IPS panels like this.
Oh, it's
and
just
the
4?
Asus.
Okay, then
Yeah.
there's no excuse between
No.
4 milliseconds. I'm sorry, you're not a
It's-
robot. You can't tell a difference.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. I would like to stop you there. I kind of disagree. I think response times are more important, though.
But that's you.
even-
It's everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone plays differently. So
This is the thing. Even if you don't notice it, you are exposed to that. Regardless of who you are, if you're staring at a monitor, you're exposed to those slower response times. And it is bad for your eyes, in my opinion.
That's what I was gonna say. See, I don't believe that between 1 ms and 4 ms, unless you have like ninja eyes, I don't believe that it's perceptible. But you're right that it is affecting you, and especially with the eye injury thing, because you can get eye strain with high response time. I know when using like televisions with like high response time, like 5 ms and up, my eyes do get really fatigued quite bad, and my eyes will begin to burn and water up. I'll have to like walk away and put ice on my eyes and stay away from the screen for a little while. Whereas with a fast monitor, I don't have to do that.
Well, that's why I like my TN panels still for gaming. Because I game for long times. I want the lowest response times I can get. Hence why I use TN still. I mean, mind you, I haven't given the 270 HU a good run for its money yet. I'd love to give that like a week trial. But, it's just, response times are more important than more, say, for instance, 120 FPS plus. Like, I think it's not snake oil with response times. I think they're actually legit. So that's
I believe they are legit too. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But I think if you saw this monitor up close, I think you might think 4 ms is probably okay in this particular situation. especially given the trade-off of getting the amazing colors that you're going to get.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's the thing, right? Even if you can't tell the difference, there is a difference, and you are exposed to it. That's the bottom line.
Well, it's probably because I haven't used a TN panel in probably 4 or 5 years, so that's probably why. Even my work computer is IPS, and it doesn't do any gaming, but maybe I'm just used to it. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I like my IPS.
Well,
The colors are.
You've got a really good. You've got the best IPS monitor there, so it wouldn't be that bad for you. And you can actually strobe that monitor. You know that.
What am I doing?
The monitor you have, you can actually put it in strobing mode, which is even like the best thing for your eyes because you're just getting exposed to one flash that's already responded. You've got to turn off G-Sync though.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
That's
Sorry.
That's the catch.
Yeah, you
No,
lost
that's
it
the
right
thing.
there.
No, he wants you to put on ultra low motion blur. That's what he wants you to put on ULMB.
So
And then you're also limited to 120 hertz.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. That's something that I'd probably prefer over G-Sync, to be honest.
And my eyes are obviously already screwed, so whatever.
So this is one of those things. Like I'm a big buff on response times, so I just
That's because you play the MOBAs. It's a little bit more important, I think.
it's not the most definitely.
Because you got all those really fine details and stuff like the text and all that. So
Yeah.
anyway, you want to talk about these? This is really your topic here, the AMD stock. I know you like talking about stock. So I'll let you take this away here.
This is like AMD. I think it was yesterday or like the day before they released this news. It's like, I mean, the title. I mean, I've got tech reports up here, but it's kind of narrows its losses in the fourth quarter. I mean, basically, AMD 28% revenue. That it's down on 2014. Now, this is actually really bad news because 2014 was already a terrible year for AMD. So they're already 28%. And now, if you guys are into economics and business, for a company, revenue is the most important figure. It actually trumps profit. So revenue is the most important figure. They're down 28% in 2015, which is still a big chunk of that. So, I mean, going into 2016, it's like they can't keep taking losses. This news here means that AMD has to perform, otherwise they're pretty much in 2016. Like, I don't imagine them going too much further. That's all. So Zen and Polaris, they have to perform. Basically, the onus is on AMD to perform. Otherwise, I don't know what will happen. So, 2016 is the year where they really have to make or break. They have to start rejuvenating the company and making it just on top again, because you can just see it's like they're just decline. Now they're at breaking point pretty much.
I think it's too late. I think it's too late. I mean, even if they come out with something that will match, what's the highest end i7? That's not on the
6700K.
6700K. So they have to match something that's as good or better than 6700K for half the price. I don't think technology.
Half the price? No, they're not going to do half the price.
Oh, I mean, I'm saying to save this company, that's what you need. Like, you need something insane like that. I think it's too far gone.
I think if they could put out an 8-core that competes with like the Intel i7s, like regular flagship line, and not get into the extreme processors, and put that at like $299, I think they'd be really competitive there. I think they'd be really good at that point right there if they can compete at that with an i7.
Well, see, like the rationalist inside me agrees with Tyler. Like, you know, you look at the figures, right? You're kind of like, yeah, it's kind of too late. But then the gamer inside of me, and you know, the positive side of me is like, no, guys, they've still got a chance. 2016, they can still do it.
Well, I mean, when it comes down to it, they have to succeed, because you cannot just give Intel to let them do whatever they want, because we're going to get screwed as a consumer. So yes, no, of course, I mean, they almost need to succeed, because or else we're all going to get screwed. Every single one of us.
This is what I've said before.
We need AMD. Otherwise, what the hell are we going to do for our 64-bit extensions? You're going to be screwed.
As a company,
there's just so many deals. They have so many deals in place with the 64-bit stuff that it's going to mess everything up if that all goes under.
But I mean, this is the thing. They made $958 million in revenue. I think Nvidia, which is only making graphics cards, made a lot more in revenue in 2015 than they did. So you can see that. I don't know. Like, it's just not good news at all. Like, you know, Intel spends like I think 4 times the amount of money in R&D alone in one quarter than AMD's making in total revenue. So it's like, you know, where are these rabbits going to come out? You know, it's like time for pulling rabbit out of the hat is kind of it's diminishing, right?
That's basically what they got to do. They have to pull the rabbit out of the hat. This is it. This is it. This is fun. This is fun. The final stretch, man. This is it.
Yeah.
They got to do it.
Ripping pepperonis.
They got to do it in 2016.
They got to get that extra large meat lovers pizza out, otherwise, no one's coming to the party.
With the banana peppers.
But I mean, like the thing is, I'm going to be buying Zen anyway because I want to try something completely new. I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to just try Zen. I'm going to get on it, make a big overclocking thing. I mean, this is what I've said. Like for me, and I've said other people are like, well, if it doesn't compete with Intel, then I'm not buying it. But like for me, if Zen does come close to Intel, then I'll probably make the switch because, I mean, look, let's be honest here. Intel's like they just really, what have they done in the last 3 years?
They haven't done anything.
They haven't done anything because they haven't had to.
Yeah, but that's what exactly right because they haven't had to. They should be like, no, we're going to keep powering on. You know what I mean?
They're just on cruise control, man. They're on easy street right now. They're like, we've got no competition. Why do we need to accelerate and put more money into R? Why do we need to put all this money into R&D when we don't have competition?
I mean, then they're putting thermal paste like between the internal heat spreader and the die, and then they're like cutting down.
They're over there
size.
They're over there breaking shit like Skylake. Just fucking break. They're just over there breaking shit now.
You see the size of the Skylake PCB. It was a joke, and then they're like trying to make it like people are trying to defend Intel on that one. Oh, but they made it to spec. It's like no, people are bending the PCB on their CPUs. That's a big thing.
Fucking things are bending easier than iPhones.
I mean, like, what? It's freaking like, look at the size of that PCB. It's like literally, it costs them what, 50 cents. So they're trying to save 2 cents on a freaking PCB or something in manufacturing costs. It's like, why? You know?
I can tell you from experience that PCBs are incredibly cheap, especially if it's cheap for me, it's got to be almost free for Intel for PCBs.
Exactly.
So they have no excuse.
Yeah, and they're cutting costs there. It's like, why?
Where does a lot of the manufacturing costs come from then?
Research and development and the yields are incredibly hard. You have to have gigantic factories with lots of people to be smart enough to make these things. The real cost comes down into it's what you pay. What it actually costs to make that chip is peanuts compared.
Oh yeah. That's this research, right?
As research and development, the yields are incredibly low, especially on first generation CPUs. If it's a new architecture, they have to get. It's just like making a cake.
Are you saying a lot of them fail or something the first time?
Yeah. It's like making a cake, a tasty cake. You got to, maybe try different recipes, and once you get the recipe down, and even when you do get it down, sometimes you still won't get like certain chips on the die won't. Because I went to school for this, so I feel like I should have some kind of knowledge on this. But you get big depending on the wafers or certain millimeter sizes, and the bigger the wafer size, the more you can get on each platter. So you got to have machines that can handle the size of the platters, and the bigger you go, the more machines you have to have, and more expensive machines you have to get to handle those big wafers. But you're basically paying for R&D and machines when you buy a CPU.
Well, I mean, they got to save like a cent on the PCB.
Right.
So all of that extra expense on Skylake's price being hiked up is all their added expense into making that PCB thinner and shittier.
They probably spent more money. Yeah.
They're like, guys, we need to figure out how to make this PCB a piece of shit.
Yes, I'm sure they had a meeting just for that. I'm sure that's what happened.
I'm not happy unless this thing is actually going to crack under the weight of cardboard.
Okay? So when I started seeing the reports, I'm like, damn, hopefully when I pull my Skylake CPU out, it's not bent. I will be looking at it like with a fine-tooth comb. But it's pretty sad that they did that. So
yeah, check it. Get like a really mini level and put it on your PCB. You take it out around the edges, put like a mini level on it, and see if it's got any bend to it.
I think it will. I think it will have a slight bend.
I have no doubt mine probably has some because I had some issues getting my Intermax cooler on at first. So I really tightened those nuts pretty hard. So I think I probably did bend mine. But yeah. I've got good temps, so either way. Anyway, you want to move on to our last topic here with Samsung?
Yeah, so Samsung are going to be it's just breaking press news from Samsung. So they're going to be mass producing HBM2, which is great news because it coincides with the 2016 releases of the new school generation graphics cards. So I'm really looking forward to this. So they're introducing a 8 GB HBM2 DRAM package. So within this year, I think that'll be a popular choice if people are going to adopt Samsung's HBM2. What remains to be seen is exactly the specs of the new generation graphics cards and what they're going to support in terms of HBM2. But HBM2 is definitely the thing coming into 2016. So this is great news that Samsung are going to be producing that in mass. So I wonder if AMD's got dibs on this as opposed to Nvidia. So that's what I wonder. So what's
You
your
think
thoughts?
so? Well,
Well,
like,
I mean-
I mean, we are seeing them. There could be issues because we are seeing a lot of push with the DDR5X as well. So it does make me wonder if maybe they're having any issues with
Well-
HBM manufacturing process.
I mean, I'm a big believer in it's going to be split. Like, it's going to be split. Like, you're going to have up to your mid-high range cards. They're going to be on GDDR5X, and then you'll have your real high-end cards on HBM2. Because I think it's going to be, like, since it's just coming into play, it's going to be expensive, right? And I don't see NVIDIA putting HBM2 on even a mid-range card because it'll just up the price too much, you know?
How much is our current? How much are we currently bandwidth capped? If that came out right, like, so what's the limiting factor on holding back GPUs right now? Is it the CUDA cores or is it
Memory
like,
bus.
It's
Okay,
not
so
like it depends. Like it's an expensive process, right? Basically, you can up the memory bandwidth, but that problem is your GPU will start using more power, and obviously
Right.
it makes it expensive. But I mean, Nvidia did a smart thing with the 980, for example. They made the memory compression. They dropped it down from 384-bit to 256-bit. This saves a lot of power on the GPU. So I mean, implementing HBM2 is great for power efficiency, but at that time, it's also expensive, right? The HBM2 itself.
I think there's no
So-
doubt in my mind, at least that this first generation of, well, not first gen, but Nvidia's first go with this HBM2. I think this first generation for them is probably going to be really power hungry.
I don't think it will be. No.
I think they'll probably refine it on the second generation like they did Kepler to Maxwell, because this is a pretty big architectural jump. I don't think they can polish all the edges. I mean, get everything done and then also make it power efficient. That's a lot of stuff to balance right there.
It will be because you're stacking the RAM. So it's just a matter of you're getting free bandwidth essentially with HBM2 as opposed to GDDR5.
So what are you guessing on CDP here then for flagship like Pascal GPU, like a 1080?
Oh, no idea, man. I mean, it depends on how many CUDA cores they pack into it as well. Like it's a balance of everything. But obviously, putting HBM2 on is a big plus for NVIDIA. They will get the power savings there from HBM2. As opposed to being bandwidth memory, it's a complex equation, right? Tyler said before, like getting the balance is between the technology they use, the architecture, and how much memory they use as well. Like that's the thing. When you buy, like people got to understand, when you buy a graphics card, say for instance a 4 GB 960 over a 2 GB 960, it's using a little bit more power because you've got 2 extra gigabytes of DDR5 there that's a lot of the times wouldn't be being used. So that's something you've got to balance out as well, the amount of memory you put on. I think a lot of games coming out now are just wasting VRAM. Like you look at Shadows of Mordor, I did not think that game was it was a good looking game, but like for the amount of VRAM it chewed up, I thought
Well,
it
that
wasn't.
was just the 4K texture pack. They put on 4K textures. What that was.
Yeah, but even
Without
like,
the 4K texture pack, it wasn't too bad. It was, and it ran fine for me on a 970. Honestly, absolutely fine
Yeah.
on even a 1440. That game runs beautiful.
yeah, so I mean, I don't know. So anyway, but it remains to be seen, like exactly what they're going to do. I'm not too knowledgeable in what they're going to do with Pascal. Obviously, probably about 2 or 3 months on, we'll either have a release or we'll have a lot more information on Pascal and also Polaris as well. What exactly is going into these cards? Because yeah, you're just hearing a lot of like HBM2 is being mass produced, but what's it going in? Is NVIDIA going to be using HBM1 for the better part, you know?
where are they launching or announcing the cards? Are they waiting for something? Or are they doing it on their own like area, like Apple, for the Pascal cards? I forget. I don't really pay attention to this stuff. Is there a thing like CES? Do they wait something like a CES type
Nvidia usually just launch it, man. They'll just usually just launch the card
Whenever
and
it's ready, they'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like I hate that, man. I wish it was more like game releases where they had like pre-ordering and stuff.
I
It's
kind of like it,
oh,
man.
I
actually
don't know.
like
It would
it.
probably be bad if they did that. Actually, I take that back. That'd be awful.
Pre-order hardware? Yeah, no, that doesn't.
Pre-order bonuses.
Yeah, pre-order
I
hardware
actually
is not a good thing.
Yeah.
But I don't think the current system is good either. Where it's just like, hey, it's here, and by the way, we have like 5 in stock. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, great for the entire United States. Is that what you got? 5 of them? Thank you.
Yeah. Here's some of our pre-production samples we can mark off as new. Here you go.
When are they going to be available? Oh, they're already sold out.
Yeah.
We put them on Newegg 5 minutes ago when you were asking us about them.
Yeah.
They're gone.
That's that. I'm just laughing at something else. My bad. Yeah. That's. I guess. Well, that wraps the topics up. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've already got the Q&A fired up in the chat here, man. Someone already wants to know what's the next big thing post Skylake. Well, it would be I guess the next thing would really just be Broadwell E, but if you're talking about the next i7, it would be Kaby Lake after that.
Kaby Lake. So that's it's an architectural jump again on Skylake. And as I said before, I think they already had Kaby Lake. I think Kaby Lake was supposed to be Skylake, but Intel's just pushing it back and making another free generation up their sleeve. That's just my suspicions. My 980 Ti has been sent back, so I only got sent back like a few days ago, so I'll have to probably wait another week before I've got an update on it, possibly another 2 weeks. They did say it would take 3 weeks to fix, usually.
Where do you send your hardware in Japan? Is it
just back to the retail? So it got sent back to the retail, and they'll do the returns process because they got to make sure that it was a legit purchase, right? They're like, "Have you got your receipt?" And I'm like, "Of course, right? $800 graphics card. I'm not gonna not keep the receipt on that one." So, and they hopefully I get I'm hoping I get a brand new one back. That's my hope.
Naki Dai wants to know what we ate this morning, Brian.
I had 2 bananas and some pineapple.
I had some egg
Cinnamon
and
tea.
I had some egg and sausage because I'm trying to cut sugar out of my diet, so I wanted to stay away from starches. So I was just trying to get that protein in.
Dude, start getting some cinnamon in your diet, man. Like it's one of the most
cinnamon.
underrated. Yeah, it's so underrated.
I had fruits and yogurt cereal from Kellogg, I think.
Yep.
I love that cereal. It's fantastic. Although it's probably very terrible for you, even though it says it's healthy. I don't think it's healthy. But it tastes good.
I don't know, man. You can just taste, like in Japan, it's actually really good because there's not like, they don't pump sugar into everything. But I remember, like when I went to the States, I had a donut and it was like one bite. I was like, whoa. Because I remember the taste of the donuts from the 7-Eleven here.
Right.
And it's like, you're just contrasting the two together. It's like, how much sugar do they put in this freaking donut, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
It was over the top. Like, it was way too much. So, yeah. And,
Is it
so
true that you keep? I wanted to know if it's true that you keep your Beats in a velvet satchel underneath your pillow next to your Glock.
all right. So
Mr.
guys, look.
Hugh-born sloppy wet pussy wants to know.
Okay, confession here, guys.
It's an inside joke, Tyler. His nickname is Sloppy Wet Pussy. You don't know.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
He's a sloppy wet pussy. That's why his avatar has a beard, because it's extra sloppy. So anyway, go ahead, Brian. Continue.
Okay, so confession, guys. I've got my Beats. I'm gonna actually get them gold framed. These things are just the best I've ever seen. I've got a pair of Fidelio X1s. Look, these just get benchmarked when it comes to Beats by Dre. I mean,
I thought you meant,
I gotta be honest.
I feel like an idiot. I'm not gonna lie. I thought you meant Beats the food, not the fucking headphones. Sorry. That's why I was laughing. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm just joking, man. Like, basically, my brother, this is what happened with the Beats, right? I needed a closed back pair of headphones to do the stream when I was in Australia. And I've got the V-Motor Boom Pro, right? I can't use open headphones because it will just come straight back into the mic. So I needed something.
Seats are open. Can you hear yourself talk?
No, actually, I'm wearing open backs too, and he doesn't hear me. I don't know what he's talking about with that. I don't think we're going to hear us.
I don't know, man. It was
Dude,
coming back.
I don't know. I think if you put on open mic headphones right now, I don't think we'd hear ourselves.
Really?
I don't think so.
We'll give it a try then.
I mean, I don't know if you can see.
We're both wearing. Oh, he's wearing hi-fis that are open back. I'm wearing Fishers.
Yeah,
that are
where's the
open
camera?
back.
I mean, that whole circle in the middle there
headphone
is all
right
100% open.
My headphone is literally touching my microphone, like at the back. It's not coming through.
Okay. So anyway, I've got completely open headphones on at the moment. So let me know if you can hear me.
Nope.
I mean,
We can hear. No, we can hear
Right.
you fine. And there's no reverb or anything. I don't hear myself coming back from you.
really.
And you look
Yeah,
a
it's
lot more
absolutely
cooler
fine.
than wearing those crappy headphones you were just wearing. So
Oh, these are thermal takes. They're not Beats. They're like
Oh no, but they copied Beats to make those ones. Yeah.
I don't know, man. They
I can
close
tell. I can
backwards.
tell by that all reflective plastic sheen that they've thrown on there.
Yeah,
Thermal
true.
Take copies everyone, don't they? Just copy everything.
That's what they do. That's what they're known for now.
I don't know.
They used
Well,
to be
the-
really good, but now they just copy everyone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these are the headphones. Like, I don't know. I tried using them, and the people were like, "Man, so much reverb, so much reverb." So the beats were there. The beats got used.
You're fine. At least on my end. I don't know about you
I'm
guys,
not,
but
no, I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing any reverb. If anyone does in chat, let us know.
Okay. Well, I'll keep using these every week.
Some people were asking in chat about Vive or Rift. Then someone had asked me if I decided yet. I still haven't decided 100% yet as to whether or not I'm going to cancel that Rift pre-order. It really depends on a lot of factors. It's really the timing, because
Yeah.
that thing comes March 28th, and like Land Syndicate is 2 weeks later. That's like
Oh,
right when
I
I
can't
need,
wait.
That's like right when I need a lot of money, and I got to spend 600 on a Rift. And I'm just like, I don't know. We'll see. I kind of want to have money. I really rather have money.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, V Motor, like, I was just, what do you guys think? Like, I think the V Motor does sound better than my Behringer B2 because of the room dynamics. Basically, this room
It
is
gets less
completely-
background noise because it's
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
it's like
'cause
it's like it's like a dynamic, so it's less background.
That's what I mean,
noise.
because this room is completely untreated. I was like, well, I might as well just start using my V Motor and just probably sell this Behringer B2 that I've got here. I mean, whatever, right? I just got to start using what's best for the audience, you know? And if the V Motor Boom Pro is going to perform this damn good, I might as well just keep using it. So,
Sounds
yeah, that sounds pretty good.
your mic sounds better than Tyler's, Brian.
well, you're going to get a V Motor Boom Pro. I'm telling you, like, I'm endorsing this stuff for free. I'm not getting paid. I just love it.
I think Tyler's mic would be fine if he lowered it down to like maybe 90% volume. He clips sometimes when he raises his voice.
Look, Tyler,
God.
you don't
Sorry.
even need a condenser
It's not a
anymore.
big deal. I'm just saying, if you put it like 90%, maybe 85, you'd be perfect.
Oh,
sell that
I'm a-
condenser.
I'm,
Get a-
is it 90? Wow, I'm sorry, guys. How about now? Is that better?
No,
No,
go
that's
louder
too
than
loud.
that.
Get louder than that, yeah.
How about now?
A little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, I love how you guys tell me this as the
And
show's
you were
done.
fine. I thought you guys were both
No.
fine.
you
You're
were
both
no, you
sound
were
better.
no, you were honestly, you were fine. There was a few times where you raised your voice and got excited where it clipped, but it's like wasn't gonna like stop the show. It wasn't a big deal.
Oh.
Tyler, just grab yourself a
But now you've got it tuned better. Now you sound a lot better.
Thanks for telling me as we're almost done.
Get rid of that AT 2035. You don't need
That's
it.
the 20. That's the
2020.
He's running the US. He's running the USB.
You don't even need it anymore. Just grab a $30 V motor. You're set for life.
He ripped that boom arm right off Logan's desk and just hightailed it out of there. He
Yeah,
just
yeah.
ripped it right off.
I guess so. I guess we take another 5 minutes of questions. So if you got some dying, lingering questions on your mind, then go ask them in the questions, or we're gonna get out of here because I got to go to work in like 10 minutes.
Yep.
Any questions? Big last minute questions? Go shoot, fire away. We are here for you.
Well, the thing is, we don't have enough time for this to actually, get to them and then get the questions back and then answer them. So we're better off just finishing it off.
Yeah, this is my first time ever being on a live stream, and I kind of forget because I watch a lot of Twitch and stuff like that. I kind of forget that there's a delay. So we make a funny, and then I'm like looking over there, no one's laughing. I'm like, was it funny? And then I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I forget.
Then you see the lols coming out in the chat like.
Oh yeah, I'll answer this. Someone had asked this early. He had asked this earlier once on how many hours I have in Witcher 3. I've got like close to 80 hours. And right now I'm like a level 31, and I'm playing Hearts of Stone at the minute. I'm pretty far into Hearts of Stone DLC, probably like maybe 70%. I don't know exactly how long it is, but I'm pretty far into Hearts of Stone on Death March difficulty, which is quite hard. I beat the Toad Prince, and I'm past that point in that DLC, so should give you a good idea.
Some guy asks, Magikarp, I think your name is, how do you guys feel at PS4 VR? PS4 doesn't have enough juice. It's a waste of money. Buy a PC.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For me, I'm skipping VR for a little while. I think it's got some big work. Like, I'll probably be waiting a few years before I actually get something that's.
Yeah, I would not get VR on a console, and I would not get VR that uses like a cell phone inside of it. It's just rubbish.
Yeah, so people I get asked about vacation in Japan. I mean, my work is pretty good. They give me like Christmas, a little bit over Christmas. They give me a little, like a week in April. We get a week in Golden Week, and then I get August, I get that all off. So a month off in August. So holidays are pretty good. Work as a teacher for a private high school. They give me a free house. So I get a free house to live in every month. Perks are pretty good. I mean, the perks are really good with this job. Hence why I've been there for like the last
Brian,
So, yeah.
Brian, Starbar wants to know if it's worth putting an all-in-one cooler on GPUs, and I figured you'd be the best to answer that since you just did it.
It depends if it's a high-end GPU. If it's a mid-range or lower, don't even bother, right? The money, just put that towards a new GPU. Like on a 980 Ti, I tested mine in the States. It made a massive difference, like huge difference compared to the air cool.
I think it goes to a lot to say that if you're on the enthusiast platform, it makes sense to put on enthusiast cooling if that's something you're after.
I guess, yeah. Like, I mean, I paid $60 for the kit. It was like, because I got the G10 for free. For like, if you can get that stuff for like $90 on a 980 Ti, it's really worth it. Just, you got to make sure your VRM's still cooled. Yeah. So you might have to get like a shim. They call it a shim. Go on eBay, you grab a shim, and you put that on the GPU, and then you put your cooler on.
That's so ghetto. That's so ghetto.
It is ghetto, but honestly, you're going to get way better temps. You're going to get a lot less noise while you're gaming. I mean, for me, I was like, I was getting another 10% on top of my air-cooled overclock, and it was running like 20 degrees, 25 degrees cooler, and it was stable, completely stable at that overclock as well, meaning that I could use that overclock every day.
Right.
So I'm a big believer in, even an all-in-one on a GPU. It's huge. I haven't tried water cooling on a GPU for years and years. And so it's so worth it now. Like that's the biggest thing. And I've tried water cooling on CPUs. It's like, didn't make that big of a difference. I guess it depends on the CPU though. But I think it makes a huge difference on high-end graphics cards. And you'll start seeing a lot more high-end graphics cards being water cooled, I think, going on from here. Because it's a great way to get those overclocks. I mean, obviously, it still depends on the GPU as well.
Well, we've seen it become more popular recently, and I think we saw right now like the 970s and stuff. Right now, here at the tail end of their life cycle, they're starting to throw in water coolers. I think on the next generation from NVIDIA and AMD, I think we're going to see water coolers become more and more frequent things right at launch. Because we saw it on the Furies. I mean, I think it's going to become more commonplace from the after-party manufacturers, third party.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I might just when I get this 980 Ti back, I'm going to put the water cooler on, but I'm going to probably target like a little plastic bucket because it sits up like vertically. I might put a little plastic bucket under like parts where it could leak, because I'm like, if it leaks, man, I'm going to be done for like an X99 motherboard and possibly a lot more. So you got to be careful with water cooling. I mean, you've seen like, even like high profile YouTubers like Jay's 2 Cents and even like Kyle from Awesome Source Network. I mean, they've had leaks, and I mean, they're lucky that it's leaked in a place where, they're lucky that it's leaked.
Seriously, that could have leaked right into a power supply and be like,
yeah. Well, that's the thing. They're both really lucky, to be honest.
Very lucky.
So,
I'd fucking shit a brick.
Yeah.
I know when I put that 970 hybrid in my test system, even, and it was like when I first ran, because it had air bubbles, it was like drip, 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 and I was like, oh my god, where's it dripping? Where's it dripping?
But actually, Kyle's actually not that lucky, because I remember before he had a motherboard that just
he did.
He had a full leak on him before, so yeah, none the wiser. I mean, that's the risk you take with water cooling. I mean, for me, it's kind of like because I leave my computer on when I sleep. There's a possible risk there, Like, I don't want my house going up in flames while I'm sleeping.
Well, he was using a Fractal Design cooler. Oh.
Correct.
Kidding.
Damn. Joke is putting.
No, I was really keen to try one of those. I wanted to try the 360 millimeter. I was just really disappointed they didn't get released in the States because of all of the patenting stuff. We were just talking about that, but yeah. No, those coolers are good. I'm just joking. I wish I had gotten one. But anyway, that's the end of the show, guys. Wrapping it up.
All right, so that's about it, guys. We'll catch you in another video on. And if you want to check out
Tyler.
Yeah, Mayflower Electronics. Is it mayflowerelectronics.com?
Yep.
Yeah, hit Tyler up over at mayflowerelectronics.com. When you're checking out, use my coupon code Joker when you're checking out, and you'll save yourself a few bucks.
Hashtag sellout.
Hashtag sellout. Yeah, I was paid for that.
I mean, I don't have the you've got the O2 DAC and amp combo, yeah.
I do, yes.
Yeah, well, I don't have the exact combo, but I got something pretty similar. I got the Modi and the O2 amp, and it's high end. Like it's really good for high end.
Have you? Yeah, I got that Modi for you. Have you ever used the Modi?
Yeah, I use it. I use it with my X1.
No, I was asking Tyler if he's ever heard of it or used it.
I don't use anybody else's products. Sorry.
That's a good motto.
But are you familiar with the Modi? Because I had never heard of it until he bought it.
I know who they are. I can't really get into this competitor stuff, but they did some pretty sketchy stuff in the past. I don't know how they are now. I'll leave it there. You can find it on Google what they've done in the past. But I'm not gonna give my competitors money to test something. So I'm sure it's fine. They sell enough of them, but no, I don't always have money on that stuff. So
I was just curious because I never really heard about them. You're the only person
I mean, it's a
mention
DAC.
them, Brian.
I mean, in real, it's a DAC. You're not going to hear differences between our DAC and their DAC. You hear differences in the amp, but it's a DAC. It's going to sound identical. You won't be able to tell the difference. So,
yeah,
true story.
But ours is made in America. Sorry.
Yeah,
I have to get to work, otherwise.
He's got to get to work. All right. Well, thanks again, Tyler, for coming to hang out. Episode 33 in the books. Brian, have a good week at work, and we will catch you guys next week, same time, same place.
All right.
For the TG Dubs, and don't forget to check all those links down in the description below.
TGW for life.
Ta-da. Oh wait, I got to roll the outro. That's right. I forgot all about that. Let's scroll up. Hang on. Scroll up. All right. And where is it? There it is. Okay, we'll catch you guys next time. Ta-da!
See you later. Was I shitty or no?